Just a minute. Sorry about that, Christina. Sorry about that. If you're still on here, please tell me. Uh, if you're on here now, that's great. There's the even though the rain has since moved out and basically stopped or so, there's still rivers that need to be watched, need to be monitored for the possibility of uh, aerial aerial flooding or something like that. Um, as far as I know, it's probably not necessarily flash flooding, but possible aerial flooding or river flooding, which, as you've heard me say all the time, it doesn't matter if it's flash flooding or not. If it's flooding, it's a serious and potentially life life threatening situation. So, if you have any of the reliable weather apps from WFF 48 News or WHNT News 19 or Way 31 News or WZDX, Fox 54 in Huntsville, all of them in Huntsville, and of course down towards Birmingham and Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden, and Montgomery, and Mobile, and Dothan also. If you've got flood warnings in place, if you have their free, reliable mobile weather apps on your phone, and if you uh, have them set for your current location, excuse me, to where they'll only go off for your current location, then more than likely you got the warning. I did just a few minutes ago on the Live Alert 19 app. So that's why I'm on here right now. I was going to do it this morning when they had them in place, but I um, didn't get a chance. I was asleep when they were issued, and I had the volume up loud where I should have been able to hear them, but I didn't. But I'm not near a river, but other people do. Other people are probably do live near the river, near the Tennessee River. So if you're near the Tennessee River or perhaps Pickwick Lake or any of the rivers, the Flat River, any of those rivers, just pay attention. Pay attention to um, later latest forecasting updates, all that. And if you, like I said, if you, in the Flint Rivers, it goes through parts of Madison County and perhaps even Jackson County, counties also, and perhaps even Morgan County. Um, the Tennessee River, of course, goes through Morgan County through Decatur and perhaps Somerville and Priceville and Morgan City, places like that, basically near the Madison County and perhaps even the Jackson County line also, and even in Marshall County and in Jackson County and in DeKalb County, places like that. So if you're, and of course Smith Lake, or Smith Lake down in Coleman County in the, I'm trying to remember the name of that river that's in the southern part of Coleman County. I think it was the Black Warrior River, Black Bottom. I cannot remember the name of that river. I guess I'm getting older, so I don't know. Maybe I'm not. But um there's someone else I forgot to share that too. I'm not answering anyone's questions about if I have Facebook, because a lot of people that know me on here know I have Facebook. But I'm not going into that right now. That's nothing to do with what I'm talking about. uh, I was trying to remember the name of the name of that river that's in the southern part of Coleman County. I don't think it's I don't think it's Smith Lake. I'm trying to remember. If you go down I-65, you would see the sign of the have the name of the river, but I didn't forget what it was. Uh, I, I I guess I haven't been down that way in a long time. The last time I was down there was uh sometime last year, but I'll be going down there on I'll be going through there on January the 30th or the 31st, because that's when my sister will be having going to UAB and the test done on her heart and all that. Because we'll be going through there on I-65, getting out of Coleman down to Birmingham. I was looking at it on the map earlier and I just messed around. I mean, I'm familiar with that spot. I just forgot the name of it. But I, but that's where they've got a area flood warnings down on the southern part of Coleman County, the southern and eastern part of Coleman County. But I'll say this now, for those in the city of Coleman, it does not include you. It includes Arkadelphia, the Colony, and perhaps Bremen, and Huntsville, and Garden City, and obviously Holly Pond, and Joppa, Fairview, uh, and perhaps even Baileyton, and perhaps Vinemont. Well, it may be east of Vinemont. It probably doesn't include Vinemont, but I know it includes Holly Pond and Joppa and perhaps Fairview and um, Huntsville and Garden City, and of course Huntsville. That's where Wallace State Community College is. I know a lot of people that go down there or have went down there, went to school down there to get a degree. The name of it I don't remember, but I know a lot of people that either still go to school down there or have went to school down there at Wallace State, and so they're gonna have to. Now, I don't remember if that river goes past Huntsville or not, but it's probably close enough to where they should be paying extremely close attention and pay just be on alert. And the one thing I forgot to mention yesterday during the watch and all that, even though there weren't no warnings, there are warnings south of us towards Birmingham and Tuscaloosa, south of Birmingham and Tuscaloosa, and towards Montgomery and perhaps Mobile, but nothing here locally. But the one thing I failed to mention, just forgot to mention, simply because we had a long day yesterday. Um, the one thing I forgot to mention was if it were flooding and if you're driving and you come across a road that's flooded, you need to turn around and find a road that is not flooding. Basically, turn around, don't drown, which everybody ought to know that. Everybody should have known that in the first place, even if I did or did not mention that. It's very simple to understand. But if you don't understand, if you didn't know that, you probably know now. But I failed to mention that yesterday, and I sincerely apologize for that. But um, but if you're in any of those flood warnings, area flood warning, whatever, if you're in a flood warning, you're in the polygon, you respect it and be on alert. And if you live near if you live near the Tennessee River that covers Colbert and Lauderdale counties, and perhaps even Franklin County, they probably cover Franklin County. I don't remember, but but if you're near the Tennessee River at Florence and Sheffield, uh, or the Big Nance Creek, and northern Lawrence County that covers Cortland and North Cortland, and the Tennessee River goes through a good portion of Morgan County and parts of Madison County and parts of Jackson County and perhaps parts of DeKalb County and perhaps even Marshall County. If you're if you're if you live near the Tennessee River in any of those locations, you need to be on alert. Apologize. Okay, okay. See. I'm back on here. I'm back on here. I forgot to. If you can hear me, let me know, please. Leave a comment on here if you can hear me, please. I want to make sure you can still hear me. Um, but like I said, the even though the rain so far has cleared on out, there's still a number of rivers. Okay, yeah, that's something I that's something I just right after I shared the link to those on Instagram, it did it again even when I came right back on here. So I don't know what the deal is unless it's the connect. It might be the connection issue. That's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. Um, that's more than likely that's what the problem is the connection. But I'll end this about 3 o'clock or 3:15, something like that. More than likely 3:15, but we'll just see how it goes. But we'll see. But like I said, if you're along the Tennessee River from Florence, Sheffield, that affects Colbert and Lauderdale counties and potentially Franklin County, and through Morgan County and Limestone County and Madison County and Marshall and DeKalb counties and the southern part of Coleman County, or basically most of Coleman County, and Nance Creek, Nance County, including Cortland and North Cortland. Excuse me, and flood of any kind, river flood, aerial, you name it all. So trying to cut out is probably the net I'm connected to. I don't know why. I don't know why it's okay. Someone's trying to tell me to give them their Gmail, and I am not doing that. That has nothing. That somebody on Instagram is trying to want me to send them my so-called Gmail, and I'm not doing that. If they don't like it, they can get over, and if they try to give me a hard time about it, they can just shut their mouths. But I'm not gonna let them keep me from talking about what I'm talking about here, because what I'm talking about here is more important than what they're trying to get me to do. Thank you. Thanks, Christina. I try to be funny about it, but at the same time, I'm being serious about it, because if they think that what they're wanting me to talk about, trying to get me to talk about, is more important than what I'm trying to talk about here, toward just trying to keep people safe when it's flooding and all, they are so wrong. Because making sure people are being prepared to take action, making sure they are taking action during the flooding, is more important than anything else. All right, Sealer, 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 come here, Sealer, come here, come over here, come here, come over here, come over here. There's my dog, Sealer. You're on camera. You're on camera. You okay? You okay? Oh, thanks. Yeah, she was grunting a little bit. Someone's saying hello to you, Sealer. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Let me do it like this. Yeah, she was grunting a little bit just now, unless she was just. What is it, huh? What is it? What is it? What are you grunting about, huh? Oh, the fleas are probably bothering her. She's bathing herself. Yeah, she's a mess. She's a mess. She might have just been stretching or something, but she was grunting a little bit. Kind of surprised me, but um, yeah, that's just how dogs are. And that's another thing I try to do to be funny is let out a lot of burps. I do it to be funny, especially when there's bad weather going on. I mean, if it's a benefit to keep, yeah, if it's if it's a benefit to help people stay calm when there's serious weather going on, then that's what I'm gonna do. As long as no one reports me to the police thinking I'm drunk or something, which they better not do that, because I'll have a good word with them if they did. But anyway, let me see if there's anything new on the warnings. In just a moment. Let's see. Okay. All right. It doesn't look like there's anything new about the warnings for now. Now, if it stays that way, then I may end the video early. I don't know for sure. I just don't know. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure everybody's aware of the situation and not ignoring it. Cause I'll just mm, I just saw something from WSB TV. That's the ABC affiliate station in Atlanta. Said that some about some about roads and parks closed because of major flooding. Let me see. Yep. Show roads and parks in Metro Atlanta closed because of major flooding. So it's not just going on here. It's going on in Georgia, even near in and around downtown Atlanta. And I have family out there, out that way. So if you're driving down there, be careful on the roads. I'm not joking about that at all. And if you're driving and you, like I said, if you are driving and you come across a road that's flooding, that is flooding or something, do not drive or walk through them. I don't care if you're familiar with that road or not. Do not drive or walk through it if it's flooding. And if you try to do it, you're not only risking your life, but you're risking the life of others. So please do not drive or walk through any roads that are flooded. Turn around and do not drown. Turn around and don't drown. That's very simple. Very simple. The last thing we need to hear about on the news is someone losing their life driving through or walking through flooded roads and after being told not to. Like I've said numerous times, vehicle and building or any property can always be replaced, but lives cannot be replaced. So keep that in mind right now. I cannot emphasize that enough. The other thing I've been dealing with since Saturday of last week, and ignore that profanity you probably heard on the TV. That was not me using that profanity. That was someone on some idiot on TV using it. Fixing to mute it so y'all don't have to hear it again. But anyway, anyway, and that same thing goes. That same thing goes you're in if you're near any of the rivers that I've been talking about since I started this live video. The Tennessee River, Big Nance Creek, the Flint River, any of those locations from Florence, Sheffield, throughout any part of Colbert and Lauderdale County, and even Morgan County and Coleman County and Madison, Morgan, Limestone, Jackson, DeKalb, Marshall County, and even up into Lincoln and Franklin and Moore County in southern Middle Tennessee. Just pay attention and don't be driving or walking through any roads that are flooded. There's no sense in it, and there's no excuse for it. I'll tell you what, I'll probably end this video right at 3 o'clock. This is still happening. This is still happening. The connection being an issue. I was going to do this for an hour, but okay, let me switch the channel. It's getting really ugly on what show is on right now. I'm not gonna look at it. Alright, it's better. Check the time. Alright. So far, I haven't gotten anything new about the flood warnings at this point, but they're probably still the same. Perhaps. I was edging around here. I wouldn't do anything nasty or nothing. I'm not sure I'm not missing anything. Nope. So far, not. Check the time again. tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right now, but if there's anything new on the flood warnings, I'll come right back on there and let you know. I don't know why, don't know when the next time I'll do another live video, but I'll do one, trust me. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this right now. But y'all have a wonderful day and be safe out there.